Hi friends, host Eric here, host Talking with Famous People, and I'm recording a video in the room where I'm reading one of my own poems out loud. Now, this is self-indulgence's pinnacle, really, but that's the sort of thing that I let myself do occasionally. So hopefully you enjoy the poem. I want to get published a book of my children's poetry, and I think it might actually be very successful. So I'm putting this out as a video because I want you to know what my poetry is. I want you to hear it. Verse one. This is called PoTweezers is the name of the poem. The courteous potato men politely sell potato skins as beards to wear upon the chins of everyone with cash to spend. Potato beards distinguish one, and also are a lot of fun, and when the wearing time is done, then one can chew his beard like gum. But Frances is contrarian, so though she loves her tuber friends, she will not jump aboard the trend, and leaves her chin as her own skin. In class she hears how Mr. Lau boasts proudly of his bushy brows, so later on she visits farms, to woo potatoes with her charms. She's stricken by Sir Tato Po, a spud beloved high and low, and known best because of how he has the best potato brows. So Frances musters up her cute, and makes up a sob story too, and soon enough Sir Po is sold both on her words and vision bold. The next week Frances enters into business with potato men, with Sir Topo as her spokesman, in urgent hurry to begin, and thus PoTweezers came to be. They formed a happy LLC and dealt with Brauverk's company, and people had a spud brow spree. And now with Mr. Lau again, it's Frances's turn to present. But Frances doesn't talk of how she made it big in Tato brows. Instead, she wants to talk of beards. But Mr. Lau, who's sick of hearing speeches on the beardiness, made rules to prohibit it. But Frances works around this wall. She speaks of Dr. Catterwall, Jerome de Hugers, who was tall and pale, humorless and bald. But Dr. Hugers also had a foremost place in making fads, and he in fact began the trend when he once hawked potato chins. He claimed the chins were curative, and great if you preferred to live, but secretly he added lead, which shouldn't go upon your head. And when people started getting sick, the doctor pulled a nifty trick and changed his name and moved away, so people couldn't make him pay for all the damage he had done. He kept the money, made a run, and settled near Frances's house, and called himself now Mr. Lau. But Frances had researched a lot before PoTweezers, so she got the information she had needed to learn her teacher had defeated the Forest Service and the cops, the FBI, karate chops, detectives roaming far and wide to claim reward on Huger's hide. So when the student's speech was done, then Mr. Lau began to run, and no one's seen or heard him since, as it should be, till he repents. The end. Thanks for listening to PoTweezers, friends. If you made it through the whole video, I appreciate it. And if you're a poetry fan like me, you may recognize that as iambic tetrameter. Good catch. It is iambic tetrameter. There is an offline. If you caught that offline, it says she made up a sob story too. It should say, I changed it because the meter's off on that one line. It should say, the friend's mother up her cute and and tells her woeful tale too. So Frances musters up her cute and tells her woeful tale too, instead of makes up a sob story. So anyway, because sob story is like a sob story doesn't work. Sob story. Either A and sob are both unaccented, or sob and store are both accented. It doesn't work. It's an off foot. I'm aware of it. Thank you for pointing it out. It is fixed in my head, but not on the paper. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to believe.